What's good, everybody? It's me. I'm feeling good. There's nothing in particular I want to talk about. I was considering doing some venting, but I think I've done enough of that. It's funny because this is what came out as King of Cups, right? So like, it's like Spirit is like, keep your temperament. um, I am doing better about making, like, actually just been making shorts out of the long videos, just like clipping little things, and decided to get a little more active on TikTok. We have TikTok now, and I don't know. I googled it, but maybe I'm mistaken. But are we really allowed to post videos up to 60 minutes on TikTok? That's insanity, and that's so awesome. So, hello to the TikTok audience. Um, so yeah. Um, we're taking our shit and we're leaving. It's time to go. It's endings, moving on. And then it's not just things, but ideas. If you're in a situation where you feel like people aren't taking your ideas seriously, take those ideas with you. People always call themselves wanting to steal ideas, but it's like, you can never really steal all the ideas. There's a saying that goes, you might be able to steal an idea, but you can't steal the brain that came up with the idea. And like, I got a million more ideas, to be honest. The only reason I've actually been breadcrumbing a little bit, just because I can't afford copyrights and trademarks at the moment. And so imagine people literally going out of their way to steal your material, and you didn't even share nothing yet. The stuff that you're sharing just stuff that you're sharing is just the placeholder stuff until you can afford to, like I said, trademark and copyright. Like, I wasn't born yesterday. See, I just decided to just start rambling and start talking, right? That chariot, like I said, your chariot awaits. Whatever the opportunity, the idea, the thing, the ride, the thing that you need to get out of the situation is on its way. Chariot is coming. Black and white, balance. Phew. And it's funny because in one of the videos I was talking about being jealous, and then I think I be talking shit about gossip, and I'm realizing something. Like, I've been talking shit about gossip, and it's funny because I watched this video where someone was giving Wendy Williams a reading, an energy reading, and she's known as a gossip queen. And the person said, like, well, what are they really? Like, they're a truth teller, right? And so I guess I owe them an apology. Maybe I owe some of these gossip people an apology, because some of what we categorize as gossip is somebody actually just telling the truth. And the word gossip may be just a tool, a channel, pretty much how folks will use music or art to get their point across, to contribute what they feel they're here to contribute to make their mark in the world. R.I.P. to D'Angelo and Aquarius, right? I didn't know his birthday was 2/11, right? So I got that 11 gateway energy, and it's like we're being reminded that he's an Aquarius explains so much, because Aquarians, we're too real for the world. And we'll put ourselves out there. We'll do our best. We'll make the art. We'll create the thing. We'll do the speech. And it's like, once we've done it a few times, we're kind of over it. We can be over it. Which is why I sometimes get annoyed at people who met me as a DJ assume that I'm some aspiring DJ. It's like, no, I was just doing something. I was just doing something to be a part of something, if that makes sense. I was just doing something to be a part of the world, because I'm over isolated. I shy too much, and so that was my way of contributing without having to talk to anybody. That was my way of being at the party and having something to do, like being at the party without having to stand around all awkward. So I literally went to I got a bartending certification at one point too, because I would be standing there at the party overthinking, not socializing, and I would look around and I would notice, like, well, the bartender is also at the party. They get to do something, socialize, and make money, right? The DJs at the party, they get to do something, socialize, and make money. So it just made more sense to me. So what I loved about being a DJ, to me, was like, I'm getting paid to be at the party that I was probably gonna go to anyway. I mean, I'm just rambling a little bit. But see, sailing away with your ideas. Remember, you got a lot of ideas about where you want to go in life, and so Spirit is like, I mean, that's a person here. Maybe someone will be leaving with you, but this person could represent your things, like your stuff. That could be a bag. You packed the bag, you got in your boat, and you sailed away. It's funny how both of these cars came out. It's so funny how both these cars came out. They almost never come out together. And so, like, this is great emphasis on it's definitely time to go. But I feel like because they are swords and not wands, that it's still in contemplation right now. Maybe you're thinking about what you want to gather before you head out, because I'm doing that. I'm packing my things and taking an inventory and throwing stuff out, cleaning my closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the wands, exhausted. This was an absolutely most exhausting situation that I'm getting myself out of. And I shared earlier a video of myself with a D'Angelo song. My favorite D'Angelo song is I Found My Smile Again. I found my smile again, right? It's like, and I captioned it like, shout out to people who are finding their smile again. Because when you're going through it, it's hard. It's hard to even just smile. I feel like it's one of the things that people are confused by me is I'll smile through anything. I'll smile through anything. I could be having the worst day of my life and I can still crack a smile. I can still crack a joke. That's just my personality. And people assume that I like being broke. Like, no, I don't. I don't like being broke. But what you want me to do? You want me to just not enjoy my day anyway? Also, I live in New York City. And so I'm blessed. I'm blessed to live in a very rich city where you can have a lot of money and nobody really notices. You can go to free events. You can go to cheap events. Especially in the summertime. There's so many free festivals. Like, there's so many opportunities where if at the least all you got is $10 in your pocket, you have car fare and you can buy a $2 pizza and you can have a good time. And so I say this a lot, I'm blessed to live in such a rich city that I can still have a life regardless of, you can have a life here no matter what your economic situation is. That's what I'm getting at. You can have fun broke, you can have fun with money. It don't matter. There's fun somewhere, right? There's food somewhere. There's a party somewhere, right? And what have we been talking about? Being in my Aquarius energy, letting that light shine, allowing my light shine is what's going to help me bring in the stability. And what I said in the last reading, I was talking about how I learned my lesson about downplaying. I've just done way too much downplaying to the point where I feel like it might have even had a negative effect on other people's lives, right? I don't choose to, I try not to, I don't play victim to any situation, which is why I try to not to sound like it when I say things, but even in the downplaying. So it's like, while I'm downplaying, there are people making assumptions about me during that downplaying, and those assumptions bit them in the ass. And so, I mean, so sad, so, too bad, so sad. I don't feel sorry for anybody, who is out here experiencing consequences for kicking me while I'm down. I don't, but I got to take responsibility for why I was down. I need to take responsibility for why I was down and own it. Let that light shine. Be balanced. And this is how you'll build your stability, right? Maybe you've been sitting on a project. Maybe you've been sitting on an idea, and it's time to like go for it. And again, just piggybacking off of the last reading, and like I started off in this reading saying that I joined TikTok, right? I learned my lesson about doing too much downplaying. I learned my lesson about dabbling when I really should be going all in. I really should be going all in. And what they say, you eat an elephant. I'm sorry. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. That's funny. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. There's a world of opportunity. It's going to open up for you just for going all in. That's what I've learned. That's one thing I definitely learned from being a DJ. It was literally just one gig would lead to another gig, would lead to another gig, would lead to another gig, and it was just, and even some of those gigs led to connections that led to jobs. So like some of the jobs I had, I got through networking as a DJ. So that was my experience. Like there were opportunities that opened up to me that I absolutely didn't expect. Or there's no reason. There's literally no reason for me to even have expectations. But right, we're releasing the judgment, just like yesterday. We're releasing the judgment. We're releasing the heartache from the disappointments. You know, it's not all about relationships, but just like the disappointments, the things, the opportunities. Maybe some opportunities were taken from us, but then maybe there are some opportunities. It's like maybe my own downplaying led to those missed opportunities. Like there are a lot of opportunities that I missed out on because of my downplaying, or because of maybe not being organized, not being on time, and blah blah blah, but blickety blah blah. Right? This is another card. This is that wand. This is the take an action card. So we're going from contemplation to action. Right? We've had this talk before. We're going from contemplation to action. And believe in it. Trust it. Trust that gut. And remember the experience. Remember, we're not starting over. We're starting over with experience. So y'all, we got this. All right now.